cream and 1 sugar.
You still remember?
Some things don't change. Although, back in New York, you'd have a burger with each meal. I have no idea how you stayed so thin.
I'd walk almost everywhere, back when New York was still kinda safe. All that walking was a workout in itself. At the time, I didn't see the need for a car when taking the subway still felt safe and almost normal. Do you remember our apartment?
Apartment? That wasn't an apartment. It was an expensive cupboard with plumbing. I still can't believe we paid so much for that place.
The landlord called it cozy.
It had broken windows that never got fixed. Remember how we would cover them with trash bags and tape during winter? American winter was brutal.
Yeah, American winters were brutal. After my mother inherited her grandfather's fortune, I made sure I would never live in an apartment again. I had to own each house I lived in unless I was traveling.
Yeah, you guys went from being fairly well off to becoming billionaires overnight. How did that feel, Debbie?
It felt surreal. I couldn't believe my grandfather was dead, but I could also not believe how much money he had made in his lifetime. He only had 1 child, Jochebed, my mother. So he left an insane amount of wealth for her when he died. Strange thing is, when he was alive, I didn't even know he was that rich. We lived very normal lives, until I found out that he said he wouldn't support my mother if she married my dad, 'cause my grandfather saw him for what he was. But my mom ran away with my dad and was disowned more or less. When my dad saw he wasn't getting any money, he treated my mom so bad, that's what I think. But then Grandpa died and my mother inherited everything, even the mansions.
So how has life been since Stewart died? I don't think anyone saw that one coming.
Everyone keeps asking when I am going to move on. It's only been a year. I still expect to hear him walking through the front door after work. Sometimes, I still make enough dinner for 3. Winston stares at the empty plate and almost refuses to tell me that Daddy's not coming back.
You loved him for such a life. Grief isn't something you finish. It's something you learn to carry. I hope you can give this heavy load to Jesus Christ in prayer so he can make it easier for you to bear.
Do you think I will ever stop missing him?
No. But one day, the memories will make you smile before they make you cry. You will appreciate what he left you with, a true faith in Jesus Christ. Pictures that fill a house and a few albums, and a son who is his spiting image. 'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. A line from an 1850 poem by Alfred, Lord Tennyson.
Thank you.
Now, before we become 2 old ladies crying into coffee, tell me, how's Lee's investigation going?
Well, I went to visit Lee yesterday, and he talked to me about for quite a while. So he is helping a woman who can't really afford to pay him. Her husband is having an affair with a 17-year-old girl at Phoenix School. I didn't ask her name, 'cause that's none of my business. Anyway, this woman has 2 children and no job, so Lee is trying to make sure her husband gives her spousal support during the divorce proceedings, since she will be raising 2 children with only the Japanese child-rearing allowance. I think Lee's trying to find her a job. He seriously gets involved in the lives of his clients. That's incredibly merciful.
He is quite merciful. I believe that is because he believes in Jesus. He truly believes.